Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, it seems like the Chinese are thinking way ahead, and that's very interesting and very intelligent of them. And what are they doing? This is what they are doing according to this article. This article comes from Republic World. This is an Indian news outlet, and this is from the 26th of February 2023. China eyeing to train 5,000 troops from developing nations over next 5 years, report. So, what do you think that is? When you, let's say you get a job where you have authority and you have the power to appoint people or to hire people and to fire people, then you try to bring in your team or the departments or the positions that you have control over, people that are loyal to you. That means you put them over there in case you need something, you will, act, have them jump because they owe you. That's the same thing in the military. When you are in command, you make sure that you change, if you can, as much as you can, you change certain commanders and you put your guys that you graduated from the military academy, or guys that you served somewhere, or friends that, and you put them over there in command. Why? You want to make sure, in case, they are your people. And they will put behind them, underneath them, people that they trust, and so on. So therefore, you control these guys. Because if these guys are not your guys, guess what's going to happen? You go bye-bye very soon, very soon. So China is thinking globally. They are training troops from developing countries. Why developing countries? Because they help those guys, and they will have obviously some very, very good military and political ties with them. In case those guys, those countries will be their countries, their country. They will have those troops that they train, they will be promoted, they will get the point of this and that, and they will help those guys. They will get a general, they will, they get their people in different countries. They would, how should I put it, pledge allegiance to China. And that's probably going to be from Africa, probably from South America, from Asia, developing countries. Remember BRICS? BRICS is the an organization of the emerging, developing economies. You see what's going on here? Xi Jinping of China, unites everybody, not only politically and economically, but also militarily. Well, that's concerning. Do you think the Americans will see that? No, I'm not see. They will see it. Do you think that they will care? No, because that's gonna be like, psst, those weasels. But you remember that song, right? I shot the sheriff. Kill it before it grows. The same here. Once it's a critical, it passes that critical mass, then you can't stop it at that point. It's just out of control. So stop it before it reaches that point. China is doing the same thing as Russia, because I gotta tell you, they have a certain kind of culture. They think in centuries. Unfortunately, here these weasels think, I don't know about the politicians, think in election cycles. They don't think necessarily in centuries. Some do, but per general, they think about, am I going to get elected? And then, how should I look good today? Hey, yeah. And they don't even know anybody. So, and those guys are preparing for something. What do you think for what? Training military, just because they're good-hearted? No, everything is interest, my friends. So let's get, let's read this article further. China is planning to establish more forums for enabling the exchange and cooperation globally in order to address security challenges in key regions of the world. Yeah, these guys are smart, obviously. China is planning to train 5,000 security personnel. Security. Where do you think those security guys are going to be? At the door or something? Those are the security forces. That's even worse. These are the guys that you don't know they are security. Like the secret police, let's put it this way. From developing countries in at least the next 5 years to enhance its global influence, according to the announcement on Beijing's Global Security Initiative, GSI, paper published on Tuesday, which was accessed by China-based South Morning China Post. The reports come as Beijing's global expansionist agendas. Who the hell is this guy? Associated Press, is it? Hey, Zani Mai, let me see this weasel. What's going on with you? Ah, no, what's going on? Well, I don't want to say anything. Let's go back. I didn't expect that one. I expected someone with more brains, but all right. Well, she's not an idiot, I gotta tell you so far, but I think she's smart. See how nice I am? I have to cover my trace now. The paper is viewed as the alternative to the West-led security order and has been composed by Chinese President Xi Jinping himself, later reviewing during last April Boao Forum for Asia. All right, so this guy have one right here. So they have a little Western-led security order, which is NATO. China's establishing more forums for exchange and cooperation globally. China is planning to establish more forums for enhancing and exchange and cooperation globally. I said it like 50 times already, in order to address security challenges in key regions of the world in neck-to-neck competition with its geopolitical rival, the US. Some of the areas include counterterrorism, cybersecurity, biosecurity, and emerging technologies. Beijing plans to expand its military footprint and strengthen its multilateral and bilateral security training programs in regions such as the Middle East, the Pacific Islands, and Central Asia. How did I know that? I didn't read the article, but anyway, I think it was too obvious. And I'm quoting, China used to train anti-terrorism police officers and officials in countries such as Afghanistan and Pakistan, and now it will expand the scope of the cooperation. The training and exchange aim to strengthen efficiency in bilateral and multilateral cooperation, such as in the anti-terrorism field. And quote, an expert at the China Institute of Contemporary International Relations, CICIR, as cited by SCMP, noted, PAMP. Last year, China, Xi announced that I was about to say CPS, CPC will train 2,000 law enforcement personnel from Shanghai Cooperation Organization. What did I tell you? I said BRICS, but here we have, isn't there nowhere BRICS here? No, I don't see it, but member countries over the 5 years. That's something that excludes the United States, just so you know. The SCO is an intergovernmental organization that was formed in Shanghai in 2001. The format comprised 8 member states: China, India, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, Pakistan, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan. 4 observer states, namely Afghanistan, Belarus, Iran, and Mongolia, and 6 dialogue partners, namely Armenia, Azerbaijan, Cambodia, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Turkey. According to the report, Beijing has also taken up training programs for the police in the Solomon Islands. Hey, Australia, what's up, mate? This is something that angers Australia as hell. To improve that anti-riot capabilities, I wonder who's going to be rioting. US just opened his embassy. Yes, they closed it, I think, in 96 or 97, 1997, and now that Solomon Islands signed some treaties with China of cooperation in training and blah blah blah. United States said, we love you too, we're coming over. No, you're not invited. We still come over. Can't stop love. And I'm quoting, as a member of the international community, China has the responsibility to work with other countries for anti-terrorism and other security cooperation. This is just a way of saying our military is gonna cooperate with your military. Anti-terrorism, yes. An anti-terrorism expert, full of experts here, noted in a statement to SCMP, and that's it with this one. Look at that. And I didn't expect Zaini Majid. Maybe it's not her. Maybe it's someone else. It's like those numbers that you call. I don't know how they call and how are you dressed? Oh, I just wear a little bit of lingerie, and she's over there, and you're like thinking, ooh. Anyway, man, I can have my own fun here. What the hell? I do this with pleasure. So, and you're invited. Anyway, see, China is doing the self-interest, making sure that it got its people trained in various areas in case United States, too late, closed for business. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.